And Mine Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice, and none of the information provided in this video should ever be taken or seen as a signal to buy or to sell. But first and foremost, as we usually do, we look at the crypto bubbles, and as you can see, we're down one rank to 73 with a market cap of $1.25 billion. 24-hour volume still very low, $21 million, even after all the cracking news we've been hearing. Current quant price is $103. We're down 0.3% in the hour, down 1.1% in the day, and down 12.4% in the week. Now, as you know, I'm here for the long term. This does not bother me. I am very, very excited. But first, we look at this. I see this morning. And I say, and they keep stacking. It's a new wallet, two texts from CB to private wallet. The first one was 1947 quant, second 4037 quant within the last 8 hours, total of 5983 quant, $617,000, no ETH added in the wallet. And for me, it's TikTok. And we go and look at quant exchange reserve spot exchanges, and as we can see, there is that constant decline, and we're seeing 250,000 on spot exchange at the moment. And I refer to this again, and as we can see, I drew a little graph looking at future predictions. They are predictions, assumptions, if it continues within these lines. And as we can see here, from May 24 to March 25, and as you can see, I've added on a little bit at the end. And obviously, the question is, at what stage do we see a supply shock? I put it around 125,000 on spot. But if we're following these lines here, we will at some point hit a point of supply shock. But when that will be, that's anybody's guess at the moment, but we are still within these lines. So if we continue down, at what point do you think we're going to see a supply shock? Is it below the 100,000 on spot exchange? Well, we'll have to wait and see again. But this is looking quite nice. So we go back here and we look at this. We are still within this accumulation range. And as you can see, we are looking at this wedge here. We're still bouncing around here. At some point, we are going to coil and we are going to flip into the disbelief. And that disbelief will come FOMO, hopefully, and then we'll head into the bull run. The price, we're going to talk about that in a moment. But before we do, we look at this amazing post by Greg Lunt. The Bank of International Settlements, the BIS, just released a 44-page working paper detailing their vision for the Finternet. Multiple interconnected ecosystems, much like the internet for the financial networks. Their unified ledger, very reminiscent of Quant, is outlined throughout the document. Remember, Quant has already been confirmed by the BIS for CBDC interoperability via Project Rosalind. And here we can see, here are the most exciting quotes from the new report. APIs, a single concept of unified ledgers does not mean one ledger to rule them all. A single ledger that encompasses all financial assets and transactions in an economy. Depending on the needs of each jurisdiction, multiple ledgers could exist. Application programming interfaces, APIs, could connect the ledgers to each other and other parts of the financial system that exist outside of the Finternet. We got here a cornerstone of the system, the Unified Interledger Protocol, a mechanism that ensures seamless interoperability across ledgers, is a cornerstone of the system. It allows users to open their account in any ledger and facilitate transactions between any ledger. The protocol ensures the integrity and consistency of transactions across different ledgers, providing finality through strong technical guarantees that once a transaction such as an asset transfer is completed, it is secure and irreversible. And we've got here network of networks. It is neither feasible nor desirable to build a single unified ledger to encompass all financial assets and transactions. Accordingly, unified ledgers will need to be interoperable with other parts of the financial system. Ideally, such interactions will be seamless, enabling functionality across different protocols, platforms, and products. Interoperability will facilitate the creation of a network of networks to connect diverse array and specialized networks that characterizes modern financial systems. When it comes to interoperability, there is no need for multiple solutions. Quant will serve as a backbone for the entire digital financial system. And then we see this from Anders. A few comments after reading this whole thing. Great vision. I agree with pretty much all of it. Seems like Carsten has the view of many unified ledgers working in unison, catering to different use cases, not one winner takes all. I do believe it looks especially good for Quant, to be honest, for a couple of reasons. All these unified ledgers would need to communicate and interact. The papers mention standards and open protocols. As many know, Quant has been working as a key contributor to the Internet Engineering Task Force, the IETF, to develop secure asset transfer protocol. Lately, we've seen a lot of breaches of crypto bridges using API gateways would be much safer. It does mention unified interledger protocols. Not sure if it could mean ILP, perhaps in some situations. To note is that ILP has been trialed by major central banks such as the European Central Bank together with Bank of Japan and another POC with Bank of England. The thing is that they're not going to use any random technology for interoperability. You need to work with large international organizations and standard setting bodies. Ironically, just the day before this paper got confirmation that Quant was involved with the Regulated Liability Network to provide interoperability and programmability. RLN's vision is also a shared ledger, which is the same thing as a unified ledger. Nice timing. The paper also talks about the current innovation, and we don't know which the future winners will be. So it will need to be future proof. Also, it will always evolve. This is something that Gilbert Verdian, the CEO of Quant, has mentioned on many occasions. By using Overledger to provide interoperability between the unified ledgers, it really is easy to switch whatever ledgers you wish to use in your applications, meaning it's future proof. In a single MDAP on Overledger, you can make use of several different ledgers in the same MDAP. If you wish to use XRP for the settlement part and some other blockchain for the smart contract, you can do that, mentioned by Gilbert many times. This provides a lot of flexibility. This might be especially good for something like XRP since it lacks smart contracts on-chain capabilities. Paper mentions somewhere on programmability being on-chain or added to a ledger on a different layer. Also, Overledger provides seamless interoperability between private and permissioned and public permissionless DLT. It will be a combination. And I do believe there is room for public permissionless ledgers for certain applications. Like the paper mentions, many unified ledgers will work together. Note that Overledger works together with blockchains, DLT, permissioned, permissionless ledgers, etc. Not here to replace things. The whole pie will grow. As an example, both XRP and XDC are integrated with Overledger. Both offers tokenization on-chain, cross-border payments, and trade finance being the obvious use cases for them. That anyone can contribute liquidity to both these use cases in these digital assets is what I believe is highly underrated feature. The world is yet to see the real benefits of open systems. Now, I agree with this completely. I've always said that they will fracture it so that they have the ultimate control. They're not going to use a one size fits all. Very interesting there from Anders. And then we see this from Confidential. There will be panic to accumulate Quant. The crypto market thought it was centralized garbage. There will be trillion-dollar announcements after each other. How long until the herd capitulates into blue chip safety? At number 70 on the market cap list, not long if you ask me. And I completely agree because I was talking about this earlier with someone on Twitter and pointed out that what is the whole system going to look like in the next 2, 3, 4 years? It's going to be completely different. And what we're going to see, a lot of that dollar starting to plow its way into utility coins, coins that have been here working hard during the bear market. And the realized value will start to show itself. And I can't wait until it does because I'm here for the utility. At some point, we're going to see the crossover. Then we see this from Confidential. Quant is not understood, but that will change. Institutional announcements are inevitable. First, we had the digital pound of Bank of England, then the entire UK financial system. Quant has solved interoperability at internet scale. And as he's shown here, the market cap of, so he's done the market cap of Link, and we see a Link all-time high, we would see a $1,517 Quant, and that's a 14, nearly 15x. So at some point, we're going to see a lot of this dollar start to flooding as people start to realize, and that is the crux of it. That's how I see it. So looking very, very positive for Quant. And as some of you may know, Q Crypto Q and me put the price prediction post out some time ago. This was back, I think in March we did it. We want your predictions. So if you want to participate, please predict quant price by the end of 2025. That's making the assumption that the full bull market will peak in 2025, but it may not. So we predict a peak quarter year for 2024 to 2025. So all you need to do is put your quarter and what year and what price you think quant will be. So drop your predictions either in the comments below or go over to Twitter and drop a comment here. I will post a link to this so that you can go ahead and post your prediction. Bit of fun that I will probably update at some point what the predictions are. So there you go, guys. Remembering none of this is financial advice. I'm just here for the fun, here as an investor, just like you, enjoying all the news that's coming in and all these big transactions that keep flooding in as they have done over the last week or so. So there you go, guys. All the best, and I'll catch you later.